The admission nurse told me a rabbi from New Jersey was here to visit. It's good to see you again after all this time.
It is good to see you too.
Such a blessing. To be in Jerusalem. Just a dream so many years ago. Now to see my old friend.
I've been wondering about something these past years. What about the box?
The look on his face took us both back to those days in Brooklyn.
I don't know what's so important that Rebbe could let us finish the inning. Now the fifth guy is playing stickball in our part of the earth.
What are you whispering for? The Rebbe's practically dead.
The Rebbe didn't like the boiled onions we had for lunch.
We have 20 extra boys coming from Poland. Their families died in the concentration camps.
My mom was afraid our cousins back in Poland got sent to concentration camps. So why are they called camps, Rebbe? Camps are where kids are supposed to spend their summers eating chocolate pudding dessert.
Be quiet, Irving. It's a terrible thing here. What is he talking for?
Be quiet yourself, gravel mouth.
We're opening our hearts to these boys, and we're going to put an extra cot in each room.
What's the Rebbe talking about? How are we going to squeeze more guys into rooms the size of closets?
The Rebbe says you'll be sleeping here, Daniel.
My mama's got a tin box like that. She keeps buttons in it.
Don't pay any attention to Gravelmouth here. He's always talking about his mama or papa.
No, I'm not.
What's the matter with that greenhorn? He's so skinny. Didn't you like the boiled potatoes on the boat? Say, don't you know any English?
Yeah, or has the cat got your tongue?
If you want, we can talk Yiddish. Okay, that's your bed for now.
There's the closet, only you can't put a lot of stuff in there. We don't have room.
Does he look like he's got a lot of stuff? There's the dresser. You want half of a drawer?
Listen, my Uncle Max sells all kinds of stuff in his dry goods store down on Suffolk Street. He's even got his own office upstairs. Next Friday, me and Reuben and Bernie can show you how we walk across the Williamsburg Bridge to get to my uncle's store. I can ask him to give you a sweater if you want. And afterwards, we can walk down to the public school playground down the block on South 3rd Street. That's where we play basketball. Did you play basketball back in Poland? Did you play baseball?
Maybe he doesn't know what baseball is, Gravelmouth.
Don't worry. You'll get to know all about baseball in the American League. Did you hear about Babe Ruth back in Poland? He's got the world record for home runs. 60 in one season. I don't have to hang around my dormitory on Shabbos. I get to go home to my mama and papa and spend all Friday and Saturday night with them in New Jersey. We didn't always live in New Jersey. We used to live on Norfolk Street in the Lower East Side. But now my papa's the rabbi of a big synagogue in Lakewood.
For gosh sake, Aaron, don't go bending his ear about your papa.
Yeah.
I'm not bending anybody's ear about anything. My mama and papa are from Poland, like you. But they came here before I was born. They talk about Poland and about how many Jews there were and how there was a show in practically every corner. And the main show on every town, they say, was as big as Madison Square Garden.
Now you're gonna bend his ear about shuls. You think you're going on the Quiz Kid show for knowing all there is to know about synagogues? Talk about something else, gravel mouth.
Lock your lips.
Hey Daniel, me and Bernie want to ask you something. We heard our papa say the Nazis marched all over Europe killing Jews like flies. Did that really happen?
Yeah, did that really happen?
Did any of those bum Nazis try to kill you? We got tomato herring for lunch today. Everybody, prepare to get sick. The Greenhorn, wait for me. Well, you sure scared him off. That Greenhorn probably never heard anyone talk so goofy. You think he cares what goes on in your hick town in New Jersey?
I don't talk goofy. And Lakewood's not a hick town. You want to play a game of Chinese checkers?
Nay. You want to arm wrestle? Nay.
You want to look at a Captain Marvel joke book?
Nay. Hey, maybe that box is like a stuffed bear.
Yeah, like that bear you used to sleep with back at home.
I never slept with a bear.
You did so.
I know. Maybe Daniel keeps his mama's picture in his box.
At first, the Rebbe had Daniel sit in an empty classroom with older boys who tutored him in Gemara. Then one day,
So who let the Greenhorn out of quarantine?
Well, let's go over the Gemara from yesterday, and then we'll learn more. The prophet Ezekiel, he's standing in a valley, and it's full of bones. He prophesies, and the bones come back to life. But is Ezekiel's prophecy a parable, or do the bones really come back to life? Either way, the rabbis tell us that all the dead of Israel will come back alive at the end of days. All of them. So, who thinks that they can read over the piece of the Gemara from yesterday? Move. Go ahead.
Vayomer Elai ben Adam Hatzamois Haile Kol Beis Yisrael Hema Hine Yomrim Yovshu Otzmoisenu Ve'avda Sikvaksenu Nigzarnu Lanu Hatzamos Hayaveshois Shimu Devar Hashem.
He's better than you.
Hey, Greenhorn. Is that where you keep your false teeth?
Leave him alone.
Leave him alone. Listen, Gravelmouth. Why don't you get Daniel to loan you his false teeth? Then maybe you'd talk right. Who said that?
Get off back.
You've been learning to talk pretty good English, haven't you, Greenhorn?
Who spoke?
Hey, Daniel. Did me and Bernie ever tell you about our kid sister? You listening? She carries this old blanket around with her, and she won't let it out of her sight. Shh. In case you didn't get my message at the movies, me and Bernie and the guys are starting to wonder if you got loose marbles or something. I mean, it's okay for my sister to go around carrying a blanket, because she's only 3 years old. But what's with you? Why can't I let that box out of your sight? Crazy Greenhorn.
Yeah.
You asleep yet, Daniel? I think maybe you dropped your little box. Daniel, what have you got in here? It looks like a rock. Are you collecting rocks? How come you feel sticky and sort of greasy? Friends don't keep secrets from each other, so I'll tell you my secret now. See, I want to be a rabbi, like my papa when I grow up. Reuben and Bernie and all the guys would laugh, they knew. How does a guy who stutters get to be a rabbi?
Study the Gemara till I get back.
What's the matter with the Rebbe's? He's got trouble with his insides? What do you think? Old people shrivel up only on the outside? Our Papa says old people shrivel up on the inside, too. Their stomachs do regular flip-flops.
Yeah, like Mexican jumping dishes.
Well, I bet the Rebbe's got food poisoning from that tomato Aaron we had yesterday. Hey, Daniel, let's you and me make a deal, huh? I'll show you my baseball card with Sid Gordon's autograph. You can show me what's inside your box. No.
Aw, what's he got in his little box anyways? A baby bottle?
Hey, maybe he's got Milky Ways stashed away in there.
That right, Greenhorn? You hiding candy in there? I said Greenhorn. You hiding Milky Ways in that box?
Leave him alone. He's not hiding anything.
Listen to Gravelmouth. He's worried he won't get his share of the Milky Ways. You know what I think, guys? I think Gravelmouth here and the Greenhorn have been in cahoots. I think all this time, the Greenhorn's been hiding candy in his box, and Gravelmouth has been getting a cut.
He's not hiding candy.
You're both bluffers. And the more I think about it, the more I think the Greenhorn's been playing dumb and holding out on us. Come on, give me that box. I instead. Give me that box, you nutty greenhorn.
If it really is Milky Ways in there, we get evens, right, Herschel?
That's not candy in there.
Hey, Daniel. Are you crazy? You out of your mind? You've been walking around with a rock.
What's going on here?
Look, Rebby, get a load of what Daniel's been carrying around with him all these months. See? It's a dirty rock. We got here a real nutcase. So what do you think, Rebby? Greenhorn belongs in a crazy house somewhere?
Quiet, Hirsch. All of you quiet. Sit down. Let me look.
What's with the funny look on the Rebbe's face?
Yeah, how come he's not talking? I thought he'd be real mad at us.
This should be buried proper in a Jewish cemetery.
What are you talking about, Rebbe? What do you want to bury a rock for?
I hear people say
You hear people say what, Rebbe?
that the Nazis, they made soap from human fat.
Mine!
Now, if this is made from the fat of Jewish bodies, then it's enough what they suffer.
No, belong to me! Mine!
Where'd you get it, Greenhorn?
Laboratory near a concentration camp. Nazis made soap in a laboratory.
So how come you know so much about it, Gravelmouth?
My papa told me about how the Nazis killed the Jews in concentration camps. He said the Nazis were evil people. He said they were so evil that they experimented with making soap from dead people's bodies.
What makes your papa such an expert on the subject?
He read in a newspaper. 2 British prisoners aboard a German lab worker said so. They swore in a court that the Nazis had a recipe for soap made out of human fat.
Who knows if that's true or not? Maybe it's what the Nazis told the Jews. They should be afraid. There's a monument at the cemetery in Mount Hebron for Jews that were killed in the concentration camps. This should be taken there and buried.
No! I don't got pictures! I don't got grave to stand with! Maybe fat from Mama and soap! Maybe fat from Papa! This is my family! Mine! Give back!
The Rebbe says you've got to bury it. Besides, you don't want to keep walking around with this hunk of fat, Greenhorn. It'll make you sick.
No! Daniel's going to live with my mom and papa and me in Lakewood. And he can keep his box as long as he wants.
Nobody's coming to live with you and a bunch of chickens out in New Jersey. Give the Rebbe the soap.
Don't you come any closer, Herschel, or...
Or what, Gravelmouth? You asking me to give you a punch? You know what you two are? A couple of fruitcakes. One of you goes around carrying a hunk of fat in a tin box. The other keeps running off at the mouth about his papa. Well, you've got to excuse me, Gravelmouth, but I must have been vacationing at the Pioneer Country Club in the mountains when your papa got to be so famous.
What do you know about my papa? You can ask about faraway places, and he can tell you the history and everything. He knows how to talk in Polish and Russian and Yiddish. He knows Arabic, I think, and German. He reads big Hebrew books by the Rambam and Gaon of Vilna. He can quote whole pages. And you think I'm a fruitcake because I like to talk about my papa. Well, so what? And so what if Daniel carries around a little box? Daniel loves his little box. He's better than you. Every one of you. He loves his little box. What do you love? Nothing. You just make fun of people. Daniel, my papa says I'm old enough now to ride the bus every day from Brooklyn. He says I can sleep at home during the week. He says you can sleep at our house too. Tell the Rebbe and everybody you want to come live with my mama and papa and me in Lakewood.
Your mama and papa, not my mama and papa.
Anybody who loves you can almost be like your mama and papa. Listen, Daniel. My papa says the Jews are fighting the British to get the land of Israel back. Did you know that? My papa says that someday any Jew who wants can go to the land of Israel. Even you and me. My papa says that someday we could ask a rabbi in the land of Israel to read a prayer for the dead while we bury...
What bury? What are you talking about?
While we bury your box. I told my papa you wouldn't want to think about that right now. But remember what the Rebbe said? God's going to bring a valley full of bones back to life. Well, the Mount of Olives overlooks a valley. Maybe that's where God's going to bring the dead back to life.
What's coming? We don't ask other rabbis stand over my box. Then you be rabbi. You read prayer for dead.
Who told you I wanted to be a rabbi?
You told. Friends no keep secrets from each other.
I have a family now. I buried the box in the backyard.
Well then, do you mind if an old friend invites himself over to meet your family? And perhaps say a prayer for the dead over the tin box?
And maybe you'll stay for dinner. I promise we're not serving tomato herring.